Imagine waking up in a city with no toilets, no flushing water, no hidden pipes, no bathrooms, and no privacy. Waste is everywhere, in the streets, near homes, and flowing through rivers. The smell never leaves. For most of the human history, this was completely normal. The toilet may seem like one of the most ordinary objects in modern life, but it is actually one of humanity's greatest inventions. Not because it is glamorous, but because it changed survival itself. Toilets didn't just make life cleaner. They changed cities, reduced disease, increased life expectancy, and quietly became one of civilization's most important technologies. For thousands of years, humans had no designated place to relieve themselves. People simply went wherever they could, behind bushes, near rivers, or in shallow pits. Early human communities were small, so waste rarely became a major issue. Nature handled it, rain washed it away. Distance kept people safe from contamination, but everything changed when humans began living together in larger settlements. Villages became towns, towns became cities, and waste stopped disappearing. It accumulated, and when waste accumulates, disease follows. Sanitation became essential for survival. Some of the earliest known toilets appeared much earlier than most people realize. Around 3000 BC, the ancient settlement of Skara Brae in Scotland included primitive drainage systems built into stone homes. Wastewater flowed away through channels carved into walls and floors. These were not modern toilets, but they represented a revolutionary idea. Waste should leave the living space. At nearly the same time, the Indus Valley Civilization developed one of the world's first urban sewer systems. In cities like Mohenjo-Daro, homes had toilet areas connected to covered brick drains beneath the streets. More than 4,000 years ago, people were already building sanitation systems that many later civilizations would struggle to match. As societies advanced, toilets evolved. Ancient Egyptians used limestone seats over containers filled with sand. Greek palaces sometimes included drainage systems beneath benches. But it was Rome that turned sanitation into public infrastructure. Roman cities built communal latrines, large public bathrooms with rows of stone seats. There were no walls or privacy. People sat side by side, talking and socializing, while waste flowed beneath them through running water. The Romans built massive sewer systems like the Cloaca Maxima, parts of which still exist today. But Roman hygiene was not perfect. There was no toilet paper. Instead, people used a sponge attached to a stick called a tersorium. It was rinsed in salt water or vinegar and reused by multiple people. Even advanced civilizations still carried sanitation risks. When the Roman Empire collapsed, much of this knowledge disappeared. Sewer systems failed. Aqueducts broke down. Cities shrank. During the Middle Ages, sanitation regressed dramatically. People used chamber pots inside homes and emptied them into the streets. Castles had small openings called garderobes, where waste dropped directly outside walls. Streets became open drainage systems filled with rainwater, animal waste, and sewage. The smell was constant and disease spread rapidly. People blamed sickness on bad smells rather than contaminated water. They believed foul air caused illness. But the real danger was invisible. Waste polluted drinking supplies, creating deadly outbreaks. By the 1800s, cities like London had grown rapidly, but sanitation systems had not kept pace. Millions of people lived close together, producing enormous amounts of waste. Much of it ended up in rivers, the same rivers people relied on for drinking water. This created repeated epidemics of cholera and typhoid. Entire neighborhoods became death traps. In London, the River Thames became so polluted that by 1858, the smell was unbearable. A heat wave intensified the stench, and Parliament nearly shut down. This event became known as the Great Stink. The crisis forced the city to finally act. Massive sewer systems were constructed beneath London, redirecting waste away from populated areas. Public health improved dramatically. For the first time, sanitation became part of urban planning. The flush toilet itself had existed for centuries. In 1596, Sir John Harington designed one of the earliest flushing toilets for Queen Elizabeth I. But without proper plumbing systems, the invention never spread widely. A major breakthrough came in 1775 when Alexander Cumming patented the S-trap, a curved pipe beneath the toilet that held water and blocked sewer gases from entering homes. This small invention became one of the foundations of modern plumbing. By the early 20th century, indoor plumbing spread rapidly. Bathrooms moved inside homes. Porcelain toilets replaced wooden seats. Running water became common. The modern bathroom began to take shape. Today, toilets are so normal that most people rarely think about them. Yet sanitation experts consider sewage systems and toilets among the greatest public health achievements in history. Clean water and proper waste disposal have saved millions of lives. The toilet does something simple but revolutionary. It separates humans from waste. That separation changed civilization. It reduced disease, made cities safer, and allowed millions of people to live together in ways that were previously impossible. Modern toilets vary around the world. Some are basic, others include heated seats, bidets, automatic cleaning, and advanced technology. Yet billions of people still lack access to safe sanitation, showing that this story is not finished. The toilet may not seem remarkable, but behind every modern city lies an invisible system of pipes, drainage, and engineering that makes daily life possible. It is one of history's quiet inventions, rarely celebrated, but absolutely essential. Because sometimes the most important inventions are not the ones we admire. They are the ones we stop noticing entirely.